dream of me too from where you are.
Hello, hello. I hope you are well. Happy Love Week, Valentine's Week. We also have book club this week for Wuthering Heights, which I feel like I've been talking about for a month now, but it's just been consuming a lot of time to get through this book. And our little book club has been dwindling the attendance because not many people have finished the book, myself included. I'm getting very close, but it is a more hefty read because there, at least for me and some others, it's a little confusing to navigate the family tree, the dynamics, and also just the language of the writing style of that era. So anyways, I'm really looking forward to book club, and we have some prep to do. Since it is such an intimate group, I mean, I'm not doing a ton of prep. It doesn't feel overwhelming or anything, but of course we want to make it special, want to have some yummy food. We're going to take a little field trip over to Trader Joe's. I haven't been in months and months, so I'm looking forward to browsing around and getting some yummy treats for book club, some fun drinks probably. So we have that, and then I thought of an idea for a Valentine that I'm very jazzed about, so I want to do that with you soon. And we'll probably hand some out to our friends in person, but then also maybe mail some out, some snail mail. We have a little craft night Valentines this evening, which I've been looking forward to, but we have some sweet things on the horizon, and I'm excited to take you along for it all.
At the break of day.
I ordered and used this oval banneton for the first time for our sourdough loaves today because I was thinking that the oval shape would be good for more even slices for sandwiches and whatnot, and this is how it turned out. It didn't keep its shape that well. It still looks pretty. I mean, you can tell it's a little less round than the other two loaves, but I didn't look up if there's a special way you should shape them when you are using the oval bannetons, so I probably should have researched more, but it still looks lovely and delicious. I just am wondering if maybe there's a way to keep more of the oval shape for those even slices.
The morning dove that calls you away. I'll be awaiting messages from.
Here's the Valentine idea that I'm excited about. I've been wanting to make Valentines, DIY Valentines for weeks now, but I just couldn't land on something that I was excited about until now. I was looking through my photo album. I typed manatee because I've been in manatee land recently because it's manatee season here in Florida, and I'm actually working on a video all about seeing the manatees and my favorite springs to go to and all of that. So I'm excited to share that, but I was looking through like all of the archives of different manatee visits that we've done, and I saw this cute little screenshot of someone on Instagram who sent me this on Valentine's Day, which it was so cute. I think they saw it somewhere and they just forwarded it, but it said, "You are a gift to humanity" as a Valentine. So that just sparked my little light bulb in the brain, and I already have these manatee stickers. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a little piece of construction paper, put a doily over it like this, and then put the manatee sticker in the middle. And somehow, I still haven't landed on how I'm gonna fit everything in this small little situation, but I'm gonna write, "You're a gift to humanity," and I'm really excited about it. Oh, and we also made some little footprint keepsakes, and I'm gonna put some of this ribbon around the edge for some extra detail. I'm debating if I should laminate them before I put the ribbon or maybe just forgo laminating this time. I love my laminator though. I feel like I should laminate them.
Send to me a melody from where you are.
Here's how the Valentines turned out. I love them. Oh my goodness, this is so fun to work on. I might just have to make this a tradition to make manatee themed Valentines. It just feels right since this is manatee season in Florida and they're top of mind this time of year. And I mean, what's more lovable than a manatee? Also cute. I have a little pseudo greenhouse situation at our dining table. My dahlia seeds are starting to sprout. You can kind of see them popping up. Very exciting. I hope all of them will germinate, but these sprouts actually just popped up yesterday, so I'm hoping we'll continue to see them poke through. This was the first round I did with some older soil in these little pots that I already had, but I don't think the soil quality was very great, so none of them have germinated. But I also have this banana water situation going on. It's a way to create a natural fertilizer, a potassium-rich fertilizer for your plants. You essentially just take your banana peels, let them sit in water for a few days, and then you dilute it with more water and water your plants with it. It's a bit unsavory looking, but it's kind of an easy way just, again, to add more nutrients to your soil. I was recently reminiscing on the fact that it's been about a year exactly since we transformed this section of our home from my office into our little playroom, reading room, and I'm so thankful we did. We just use it so much more than we used to. I will say, like, as comfy as this chair is, it's seriously the comfiest thing ever, and I love to work here a lot of times, but this room gets the least amount of light in our home, so that part of our home gets a lot more light. So I tend to gravitate towards working on the couch or the dining table due to just the abundance of light. I feel like that just helps me with my energy and focus even. So it's very cozy in here, and I'm very thankful we decided to make this room what it is. We get a lot of joy out of it. But anywho, I'm very thankful to partner with Squarespace for this portion of today's video. I love Squarespace. I've used them for over a decade now, and if you're unfamiliar, they're an all-in-one platform to build a beautiful online presence. They have a bunch of really intentionally designed website layouts that you can choose from depending on what sort of site you're hoping to build, and they are constantly innovating their technology and their services. They have integrated SEO tools, which I appreciate, and you can also purchase your website domain through Squarespace, and that includes advanced privacy and security tools. And I really love that even though you may be using an already curated design template, you can fully make it your own. And if you are specifically creating a website for your business, Squarespace offers intuitive built-in analytics tools which help you review website traffic, learn where to focus engagement, and track revenue from bookings, invoices, or product sales. So if you're interested in creating a website of your own, you can head to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, you can head to squarespace.com/AllisonBiggerstaff to save 10% on your first purchase of a website or a domain. Admittedly, we went a little wild at Trader Joe's. I just kept seeing things that were interesting, and all their Valentine's Day stuff was dazzling me. And something fun about going to Trader Joe's is they always have unique fruit. I got these blushy strawberries. I don't even know how these are created, but they're sort of like these light blush pink and white strawberries. It's very interesting. I've had them before, and they taste very similar to classic red strawberries, but apparently they have like hints of pineapple and apricot. So I thought this would be fun to add to our assortment for book club. Also got some red cherries. I love cherries. And then I picked up some flowers. We have some chamomile, classic cutie. These irises were beautiful. I don't think I've ever purchased iris flowers before. So beautiful. One of my neighbors actually just gave birth to her son, so I want to put together a little something for her, and I was thinking those blue flowers would be perfect. Got some cucumbers, and then I also got herb plants. I do love that they have organic herbs available, and we had a really chilly cold snap a couple weeks ago, and our basil plant, among many other of our plants, are very sad. I think our basil plant is done for, unfortunately, so I did pick up a new basil plant, and our basil plant I've had for many moons, so it is getting sort of leggy, or the bark at the bottom is very, very thick, which that's not necessarily a bad thing, but it doesn't sound terrible to kind of start fresh because, well, I kind of have to after that cold snap. And then the mint. I love having fresh mint. It's so yummy, and hopefully this will take off nicely now that we're getting into the warmer months. And then they had these honey pearl grapes. We just tried some and they're yummy. They kind of just taste like golden raisins, but grape form, not raisin form. Got some crackers, this cracker assortment for book club, this spinach and kale yogurt dip. I'm intrigued about this. Maybe we'll do a little taste test in a second. Unexpected cheddar cheese, some of our favorite cheese. Oh, I got these purple potatoes. I love trying different types of potatoes and sweet potatoes. So these are called murasaki sweet potatoes. I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly, but hopefully. And then I also got this hot honey goat milk cheese. Yum, yum, yum. And then this olive oil is just so beautiful. This Greek extra virgin olive oil. I love the packaging, and it's in a lovely glass bottle. Oh, and then these are gonna be perfect for our little assortment. These caramel hearts, dark chocolate, oh, okay. Well, I know I got caramel hearts too, but these are dark chocolate covered almonds. The caramel hearts are somewhere. I also got a few of these conversation heart packets. These just feel so nostalgic and adorable, so I'll probably put these with the Valentines that we make. And then these heart-shaped macarons, adorable raspberry heart shortbread cookies. This fig and honey bread looks really yummy. Garlic butter Irish potato chips. Oh, here's the rest of the conversation hearts. Oh, and these mini heart cookies, these dark chocolate mini heart cookies. We busted into them in the car ride home. They're so good. I just love dark chocolate anything, as you can probably tell. Some almonds, dried apricots, yummy, yummy. Oh, here's our dark chocolate caramel hearts. So cute. Rainbow carrots. I'm gonna show you a little something I like to make for Palmer with these carrots. Organic brown rice cake thins. This kombucha, I've never had this flavor before. Some more cheese, grapes, and 2 bottles of wine for book club. I really am quite the novice when it comes to wine, so I sort of just choose whichever packaging speaks to me. For the easy, healthy dog treat I mentioned, what I like to do is take a carrot and then rub coconut oil all over the carrot. This helps reduce plaque and bacteria on dogs' teeth, and I pop it in the freezer so that it hardens up, and that way the coconut oil isn't as messy, but then it also is a little tougher for the dogs to chew, which is also really good for their teeth. Palmer loves it. It's Palmer approved, but I will say he is not a picky eater at all. Palmer, sit. You excited? Whenever I have a hosting event coming up where I bought a lot of things specifically for the event, I just keep one of our bags in the pantry and stuff it with all the non-refrigerated stuff, so that way it's like all in one place. So when I'm getting ready to create the spread, I just pull out the bag and make our little assortment. Before I serve this, I ought to give it a taste test, right? That's only the appropriate thing to do. It's yummy. It's not quite as savory as like a spinach artichoke dip, but it's good. I am such a lover of high quality paper goods and stationery, and Rifle Paper Company is one of my favorite places to shop for those sort of things. I have a little haul. I stocked up on some notebooks. I feel like you can, but in my eyes, I just have like notebooks everywhere throughout our home, like by my bed, in the little reading room, in the kitchen, everywhere. So let me show you what I picked up. I've had these envelope seals. I use them to seal our Christmas cards, but it's really cute because they're essentially stickers, but they look quite polished and adorable. And I saw they had a Valentine's Day design of envelope seals. So I thought these would be perfect for sending out our Valentines. And then this book journal. I love this journal. So it's really neat because it's actually designed to help you keep track of your reading. So it has a little reading log section and checklist, book review entries, and 2 bookmarks. This is a really sweet gift idea, but I really love like the embroidered detail on the front. And of course it has some of our Jane Austen classics highlighted. And then this is also another gift, this letter writing set. It's such a perfect gift because it has the envelopes, the writing paper, a pen, seals, so dreamy. And then I got this notebook set. I love the corner details right here, very charming. And then a picture frame. Something on my list that I've been wanting to do is add more pictures to our gallery wall on our staircase. That was a really fun project that we worked on, and in my mind, I love the idea of just having the whole staircase full of memories and photos. So I think I'll add this one to that gallery. And then this is also a really cute gift idea. It's this essentials card box, and it contains like a bunch of different writing cards, and the mailbox just really spoke to me because one of my favorite little like elementary school memories was bringing a cardboard box to school near Valentine's Day and decorating it as a little mailbox and then exchanging Valentines. It's just really sweet memories, and I love the design of all of these treasures. Craft evening was so sweet. My friend Summer made this whole little spread for us to make these framed pin boards. So essentially there's like a thin piece of cork behind this piece of fabric, and you can switch it out with different photos, and we added a bunch of different embellishments. I made this little envelope and it says prayers, and then I have some little strips. I haven't added any prayers yet, but I thought that was fun. She actually gave me that idea and I loved it, so I added it to my board. And today it's book club day, so I'm really excited. It's a dreary day, which is actually quite fitting because the ambiance of Wuthering Heights is bleak and dreary. So we have that. I worked on this little sign last night, and I have a piece of lace over my head that I'm gonna hang this sign that says book club. It just has each letter on a doily. So I'm gonna hang that. And again, it's nothing too fancy, but I think I'm gonna go over to a local flower shop real quick because I realized I don't have tapers. Well, I have beeswax tapers, these yellow beeswax tapers, which we love. We always have them. And that's fine if I need to use those, but I was thinking it could enhance the atmosphere if there are some darker toned taper candles, because like I said, it is more of a dark gothic literature, so we'll see. But it's fun to have a little field trip and outing anyways, and who doesn't like to spend a little time at a flower shop? I should have done the trick where you start with the middle letters when you're hanging a banner like this, because I had to keep adjusting them because it wasn't centered. So it's always helpful to start with the middle letters and then go from there. Okay, I've started laying out all of our little glassware and plates and platters. The flower shop didn't have any darker colored tapers, but that's okay. Pink will do. We're just going full Valentine's mode, which is fine by me. Also, I am getting my use out of this lace. I feel like I've used it for each craft that I've worked on recently, and I'm using it to tie around our little glassware for a cute touch. I wouldn't normally set up our spread for book club on the dining table. Typically I would set things up on the kitchen island, and then we would sort of gather in the living room around the couch, all cozied up, which I feel like we might migrate over to the living room eventually. But since it's such an intimate group tonight, I kind of like the idea of being at the table together and being able to just like have full conversation. I feel like this is a better setting for it. I mean, the couch is great too, so we'll see how things play out, but just being able to nibble and sit for a while. I still want to print out the discussion questions, and then I found some like cute quotes from the book on Pinterest that I'll print out for final prep for the evening. But I'm gonna go ahead and end this vlog here so I can get it out for you. I was giggling at myself because sometimes a week will go by and I don't post any video, and then other weeks here I am trying to like get 3 videos out. I just like to ride the inspiration waves that come and go. So thank you for being patient with me and the flexibility, but I'm thankful we have been feeling inspired and have some fun videos on the horizon. But I really hope you enjoyed this one. I hope you and yours are well, and I'm excited to see you next. Bye!